They've proven it to beat in the top side, North Ballarat, earlier in the year. Let's see how the Cobras go this afternoon. There's the ball up. Burton just grabbed it out of the ruck. First possession to him inside 50, albeit a shallow entry. Jake Owen couldn't gather, but the tackle on Hellier was terrific. And Owen is justly rewarded. Too far out to score. Keeps the kick low. Kicks okay. Finds Dixon. Still on a high after kicking 3 goals last week in 7 minutes. He'll go back and have a shot on goal from about 35 metres. Perfect start for the Cobras, Luke.
Yeah, not just perfect start, but they're interventional players getting a bit of the ball. Burton, Owen, and then down to Dixon. Good players get the ball early for the Marsh.
Kicked 3 last week, as I mentioned, in the second term to get the Cobras back into it last week. Leans back on the kick. It looks like it's off to the right. It is through for a minor score. Inside the opening minute here at Mattingly Park, it's the Cobras with the first score from the first clearance. Burton to Owen to Dixon for a point. That's where it's at. 1 minute gone opening term. The Cobras 1 point. The Lakers yet to score. Ball to come back into play. They go looking for O'Connell. Wide in the pocket. Just marks in front of Parente. Just making up his mind. Decides to go short. Goes in the brother direction of O'Connell. He couldn't gather, but it bounced favourably. He was able to concede ground with a handball. But the play was then dispossessed. Good play there from Collins. Heat on the footy there, though, from Shea. He's taken to the ground. The umpire blows the whistle. He'll effect a ball up. On half forward for the Cobras. They kick to the scoreboard end in this opening term. Tap one by Burton to the outside. Clever gather by German, but he was tackled and taken to the ground as soon as he did gain possession. Umpire says, I'll have it. He'll ball it up. Just looking for a match up there to rip on it. Looks like Blundell's gone to him, Lee.
Yeah, it's, we'll get a couple of matchups in the next 5 minutes for you as we work out what's going on.
Tap by Burton, found Nick Stilldryer. Left foot kick inside 50. Owen's the target. It just misses him, but it ends up favourably in his hands. He went with the left-hand air pass. Looked a bit out of sorts there. Call it second up Blues as Hellier grabs the football on the last line of defence for the Lakers. He's dispossessed. The ball spills free over the line for a boundary throw-in. About 5 metres around from the Cobra goal. 1 point BacchusMarsh, 2.5 minutes gone first term. Lakers yet to get the ball past halfway. Boundary throw-in went over the head of Jaden Owen. Soccer out of the goal, Euro style, off to the left for a minor score. Just taking a leaf out of Aaron Willetts' book there, but he was 40 metres out from goal and he just got excellent purchase on that mid-air kick. But just off left and BacchusMarsh now 2 behinds. Lead the Lakers yet to score. Kick in out of defence is okay. That's an even better kick into the middle of the ground. Lohman dropped what he should have taken on the cricket pitch. Now he's tied up. Good pressure from the Cobras. O'Connell through traffic. He's taken to the ground. Bit of a stacks on the mill. Still dry as Shea amongst those. Umpire will come in and effect the ball up. Tucking side of the middle of the ground for the Cobras. They lead by 2 points. We've been playing near 3.5 minutes opening term. Is the ball up. The youngster, William Edwards against Burton. Ball spills free. Chance for Bibby. Concedes some ground by hand to Pring. Comes to the Social Club side of the ground. Doesn't bounce favourably for O'Connell, but it does for Pfeiffer. Right foot kicks okay. Found the youngster there in Loader. Onto the preferred left foot. Goes towards half forward. Ball met solidly. Good pressure on the footy there by the Cobras defence. Bailed up was White. You'd think whistle imminent. There it is. Umpire will come in and effect the ball up. 50 metres away from the Cobra goal. The Lakers goal, in fact. First time past half forward for the travelling Lakers this afternoon. There's the ball up. Tapped one by Burton. Hand pass finds its way out towards Stilldrive with the right foot kick over the head of Owen. We said that a bit last week. Griffiths, excellent pressure. Manages to keep his feet. Taken to the ground there by Lefevre. Or Lelever. In fact, the number change there was Pfeiffer. Michelle Pfeiffer, if you don't mind. Will be a ball up, true centre wing, Social Club side of the ground here. The Cobras 2 lead the Lakers yet to score. Perfect conditions for football. Burton's tap went as far as rip on, but he was unable to gather. Ended up in the hands of Lohman. Excellent defensive pressure there by Shea. There'll be a boundary throw in. Tucking side of centre wing. Right in front of us here in the commentary area. So it's the youngster, against Burton. Burton just grabbed it out of the ruck and hacked it forward towards the attacking 50. Thumped away by O'Connell, only as far as Nick Stilldrive. Onto the left side, goes by hand. It's a bit searching in the end, but Blundell's got time to measure the kick, and it's okay. It looks like Porter's taken the mark. About 40 metres out from goal. He'll go back and have a shot on goal here for a chance to extend on that weight of possession from the Cobras. They just haven't got bang for buck in the opening 6 minutes, Luke.
No, Wendouree have got a bit of a problem in the ruck here. Burton has had 6 wins in 6 ball-ups so far. 2 of them clear grabs out of the ruck, which have resulted in 2 shots on goal for the Marsh.
So Porter donning the long sleeve this afternoon. I'll speak of Riley back into the side this afternoon to replace Riley Stilldrive. That kick's not a bad one. It's just fading off to the right. There's an R's in the background suggests it's hit the post, and they've got quite a bit of it. The Cobras 3 behinds lead the Lakers yet to score. 6 minutes gone opening term.
Yeah, it's been a good stuff for both teams. Pressure around the ball has been good. Marsh have looked pretty solid through the contest and a bit better out of the clearance at this stage.
Ball to come back into play and go short to Pfeiffer, but they go the longer option to Edwards. Porter was there. He couldn't take the mark. Doing the mopping up there was White. He goes short. Excellent gather below the knees there by Riley Porter. So a good confidence builder here. 2 marks for the youngster in as many minutes. Tumbling kick to the top of the square. Owen in front, rewarded for that. Hand pass to Shea. Conceded some ground with a 45 kick. The mark's been taken by German. 45 metres out from the Cobra goal. And he'll go back and have a shot on. And the playing coach will be more than happy with their application in the opening 6.5 minutes, Luke.
I would be. They've been very good when they haven't got the ball. They've tackled hard. They've lucked the ball in and lowered their eyes a couple of times and got themselves a good look at it.
Tom German, not a noted goal kicker. Goes back, shot on goal. He's learned off the first couple of shots because he's made no mistake there, leading by example. German's got his first, and the Cobras have got their first major of the afternoon. They're 1-3-9. They lead the Lakers yet to score. 7 minutes gone opening turn.
Yeah, it's all just BacchusMarsh around the clearance at the moment. They're dominating the ruck and getting first use of the ball, which is the scoreboard difference at this stage, and they're probably a bit lucky not to be another goal or 2 up. Yeah,
Burton looks like he's in for a big day, Lee. That early dominance, like you said, half a dozen early influences in just as many minutes.
Yeah, well, in the middle, he got a good bounce for the first one, but he's around the ground. He's just been a bit strong body on body.
Back in the middle of the ground, Cobras with the opening goal of the game through German. Coxall got one high. Players in from everywhere for a bit of remonstrating. There's probably 7 or 8 of them. Simpson just letting know Schwarzenberg that the Lakers have come to play. So Coxall keeps the ball low, goes out wide towards Loader. It gathered well in ahead of Hughes, gave the hand pass to Pring from about 45. Set sail for the judge and just misses to the right-hand side. Encouraging response there from the Lakers.
There is, and the young bloke Loader there in the bright green yellow boots has been lively out forward when he's had a chance.
Yeah, just getting away from Hughes on a couple of occasions as the ball from Lockie Christopher comes back into play, goes to the outer side to half-back. No one gets a hand on it, but given he played on, the nature of that new rule says it's just a boundary throw-in. So out of trouble, still a couple of kicks away from the Lakers goal. Only goal of the game through German. In opening 8.5 minutes, Burton with strength. Just threw his, the youngster Edwards to the ground. The kick went to outer side centre wing, with the marks being taken by O'Connell. He goes to the attacking 50. Ball at ground level. Buckwell and Veldon leading into the race for the ball over the line for a boundary throw-in. 40 metres around from the Lakers goal, outer side of the ground. It's adjacent to the rotunda there. For the locals, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about there as the high throw-in. Burton does the same again, just throws a more seasoned campaigner in Hepworth to the ground. Got the ball to German. His right foot kick went out the Christoph direction. He can take the mark. O'Connell gathered for the Lakers. They'll do a lateral kick into the middle of the ground. Had to be better than what it was, but the Lakers have got numbers here. Good pressure there at ground level by Schwarzenberg. Can he feed it out? He does. Did very well. Got it to Shea from 50. Vacant goal square. How will it bounce? Good for Dixon. On the boot. Dixon's got his first. The Cobras have got their second. They got some separation here at Manningley Park as we near the 10-minute mark of this opening term. It's the Cobras 2-3-15. They lead the Lakers 1 behind.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Marsh coaching box will be pretty happy with that play there. They worked up the ground really hard and pushed down really hard. Good running both ways, but at the moment, the difference in the two teams is Burton the Ruckies monstering his opposition.
Yeah, the youngster in Edwards, he's just been thrown to the ground on more than 2 occasions. And then they got the all-season Hepworth in to contest that boundary throw-in, and the same outcome prevailed. Let's see what happens here. Let's see how they go about helping out Edwards in the ruck as Burton goes the fly. Neither ruckman can gain any ascendancy. This is a bit of a square up in the middle. The umpire will ball it up once again. Tap one by Burton. Got to German on the fly. Couldn't quite break the tackle to get enough concentration on the kick, but hurried into the attacking 50. Owen knocked it further afield. Schwarzenberg was good at ground level, just gathered it, picked it up, gave the hand pass to Burton. High kick in the Dixon direction. Owen at the back, tapped it in the Griffiths direction. He got a horrible bounce. Hellier at ground level, been good. Played on Tom Wayne, did an excellent job. Hurry kick across the body from the Cobras. The mark's been taken there on the last line of defence. And the Lakers will get out of trouble momentarily. A trial by 14 points. It's been all BacchusMarsh, really. Kicks okay, finds Pfeiffer. He plays on and runs away from Owen. Right foot kick beyond the centre of the ground. Hughes goes the punch. He got a bit of it. Then lost it basically in the end. Hot footy to speak of. 3, 4, 5 players around the ball at ground level. Rugby style, you'd think. Umpire will come in and affect the ball up. That's the right decision. True centre wing, Social Club side of the ground. Nearing 12 minutes opening term. The Cobras 15 lead the Lakers 1. No real breeze to speak of either, Luke.
No, it's pretty still out there at the moment. I wouldn't think there's a scoring in it at all.
Hepworth breaks away from the congestion. Just missed Pring with the handball. Porter was quite happy to seek the sanctity of the boundary line. Found it. There'll be a throw in on half forward for the Lakers. One of their few moments inside their forward half. We'll give the youngster that tap there in Edwards. Managed to keep his feet there and was more aware of the Burton contact. Hughes could have caught one high. The umpire let it go. Wondering why he chose to wave the arms and call play on if it wasn't high. Do you just let it go and don't do anything, don't you?
Yeah, it seemed like a bit of a double action. I think it might have been a 50-50. Decided to let go in the end.
Ball up right on the corner of the centre square at half forward for the Lakers. They kick to the railway end of this opening term. There'll be a stoppage of sorts, a repeat one at that. We get used to seeing those in the early stages of terms in the Ballarat Football League this year. There's the ball up. Oh, good fly there by the youngster Edwards. Got it to Coxall, cop one high. The umpire said play on and then blew the whistle and said I'll have it, and he'll ball it up about 51 metres away from the Lakers goal. Edwards in the ruck against Martin. We'll give that one to Martin. Shea with quick hands along the ground, went in the German direction. He couldn't gather. Yeah, a bit of a scrum of sorts. A bit of scrappy couple of minutes late.
It is. It's interesting to see Burton's push forward for BacchusMarsh, having arrested the forward line at the moment, and Lakers have managed to lock the ball in, which they haven't been able to do so far this game.
Martin doing the relief ruck work for Burton. Ball falls into the hands of Coxall out of that congestion. He's bailed up. The umpire says holding the ball. And off they go with the advantage through Schwarzenberg. He wastes no time. Kicks it to a vacant half forward line. Foot race on in earnest. It's Owen against O'Connell. The 2 number 4s. Sits okay for Owen. Goes looking there for Burton. Ball thumped away from him by Mackay. Over the line for a boundary throw-in. 45 metres around from the Cobra goal. Out of sight of the ground. They kick to the scoreboard into this first quarter and lead by 14 points. 14-minute mark first term.
Yeah, it's a good start of the game from both teams. I'm sure Wendouree would like to be on the scoreboard, but they're definitely in this game. There's
the throw-in. Burton couldn't quite grab the tap. Fell into the hands of Stilldry, who read it well at the back. Aaron hand pass opportunity for a turnover here for the Lakers. 1-on-1. Loader and LaFranchi. Youth V experience. And the experience has given away a free kick towards Loader. Horrible kick. Didn't get much on it at all. Went looking for his fellow youngster there in Blake. Missed him over the line, boundary throw-in. Attacking side of centre wing, Social Club side of the ground. Been playing 14 and a half minutes in this opening term here at Mattingley Park. We'll get a score from around the grounds in just a moment. Tap one by Martin. Schwarzenberg went without it. Then Grabbed it, was tackled, taken to the ground. Ball spills free. Chance for O'Connell. Got around Blundell. Sent the ball inside 50. 2-on-1 here. Fans favouring the Cobras. Cobras did well. Phillips caught one high. Free kick there. And the Lakers will go back and have a shot on goal from about 50. And Phillips has got the journey in him. Kicking to the railway end. And their second opportunity of a score in this opening term here.
He's passed off, gone into the middle. Player in a much better position to kick the goal. About 40 out, dead straight in front.
Simpson with ball in hand. Notable ball getter, ball winner. Very honest combatant. He's been in good form all year. He'll go back and have a shot. So I'm trusting Phillips had more faith in Simpson getting the journey. We'll see how he goes from here. He'll kick from the best part of 50. North Ballarat off to a good start against the Bloods. They're 2 goals. Melton yet to score. East Point 3 behinds. Lee Daly yet to score. Simpson from 50 gets plenty of it. Just going to fade away to the right. Got the journey in the end, just for a minor score. So they're 2 behinds, LakeWendouree. They trail BacchusMarsh 2-3-15. 16 minutes gone opening term. Ball to come back into play with the regular choice of kick in. Christopher gets the ball to the defensive 50. Ball spills free. There's plenty of players around the football. Simpson gathered, then was tackled. Ballin could have been held without it, or too high. Yep, he'll take the free kick. Back into the side today. Probably come in for Wardell. Ball comes out to the members' side. Excellent bit of work there by hand. Got the ball towards Blundell, towards half forward. Burton was going the other way. And that lead just wasn't read well. And the mark was taken by Mackay. Switch kick had to be good. And O'Connell marks in front of Owen. Right foot kick. Out wide towards Blake. The youngster's got some toe. Look at him go. Takes a bounce. Just almost gets towards half forward. Gee, I like the way he carries the footy. And now he takes another bounce. He's nearly run too far. Play on, said the umpire. This could be goal of the year. Kick across the body. And it's going to go off to the right. Fair dinkum, 2 bounces in a 100-metre stretch there, Leroy.
It was actually good footy to watch, and good to see Lakers taking them on us. They got blown away in the first 5 or 6 minutes, but they've settled well here, and they've definitely got some territory back off BacchusMarsh.
Well, if they were wondering who Scott Blake was, they certainly know who he is now. The Cobras, number 42, the youngster, an under-19 representative for the Lakers this afternoon. He's got some toe. Kick in from Christopher. Had to be spot on for Hughes. Could have marked it out in front, but turnover. Buckwell got it to Loader. His kick was smothered. It's about 40 metres away from the Lakers' goal. They need some numbers around the ball here, the Cobras, to get out of trouble. Nick Stilldry, as soon as he gathered, was taken to the ground. Ball spills free on the 50. Simpson, standing start, top of the square. At the back was Loman. Will it sit for him? He gathers. Could have been pushed in the back. Umpire called play on. Stacks on the middle. Will come in and affect the ball up. About 8 or 9 metres away from the Lakers' goal. It's a better few minutes from the visiting Lakers. There'll be a ball up. Buckwell versus Burton. We'll give that one to Burton. Off hands over the line for a boundary throw-in, about 15 to 20 metres around from the Lakers' goal.
Definitely plenty of rows. Probably 20, 25 players around the ball in the forward pocket as the ball gets thrown in.
Burton's tap went straight to the youngster there in the Lever, more known for his cricketing expertise. A fine batsman he is indeed for Wendouree. How about that for a stat, Leroy? Goes all right, but good to see him representing top-level footy as well. Here's the ball up. Tap one by Burton, went boundary side, just missed Blundell in the end. Ball spills free over the line. Oh, no, it's been hacked forward by another 15 metres. To get the Cobras out of trouble, there'll be a boundary throw in about 52 metres around from the Lakers' goal, who kicked to the railway end of this opening term. Ryan Bartlett wearing 45 this afternoon in a change up from his usual number 19. So if you were wondering just who that was, that's who it is. As Jaden Owen by right foot goes looking for brother Jake. Will it sit for him? Hellier. On him for the Lakers. Lending assistance there was Phillips. Good desperation there from the Lakers. Phillips was clean below the knees, gathered, got it towards Loman. They concede by foot here. And they'll get some ground out wide towards O'Connell, who can steady the ship for the Lakers. The youngster, Riley Porter, with a couple of disposals early on, stands the mark. Kick short from O'Connell's okay. Finds Lohman again. Right foot kick to the attacking 50 was poor. The cut-off mark's been taken by Veldon. Concedes by foot. Kicks okay to Bartlett. 30 metres out from the Lakers' goal. Bartlett with a slow handball. Put by LaFranchi under the pump. Umpire call play on. Lucky to get away with that. Here's a chance to Loader. Over the shoulder, you'd think. Free kick to the Lakers. And they'll go back and have a shot on goal. And the youngster, as you pointed out, Lee, is going all right there, Loader on a half-forward flank.
Yeah, I've been impressed with him. He's got himself in the right positions. And even then, he was probably up against it with two Marsh players. But he just sort of dropped the knees, got himself in a position to get a free kick. And he's got an opportunity to put their first goal on the board.
So let's see how the youngster goes. He's quite quite handy both sides of the body. I'm not really sure which foot he's going to kick with here. 20 minutes gone. Opening term. BacchusMarsh 2-3-15. Lead the Lakers 3 behind. So they've got a shot on goal to come here. Almost directly in front. These are the ones you just eat up at training, but match day pressure.
I'm backing him to kick this one, Toddy.
All right, he's going to go with the right foot. Kicks on its way. Has he got the journey? He does. But it's just off to the left, the commentary, Moz.
There you go, every time.
4 behinds, the LakeWendouree trail BacchusMarsh 2-3-15. Fair to say the last 6 or 7 minutes played in LakeWendouree's half, Lee.
They have. They've done well to lock the ball in and given the Marsh not many looks at it.
LaFranchi goes by foot. Christopher missed that kick in on that occasion, but they managed to get out of trouble here towards centre wing. Martin couldn't take the overhead. O'Connell had to be good, was by hand. Ball ends up into the hands of Bibby onto the left foot. Good vision into the middle of the ground. Hellier had to be good at the half volley. He's met by Porter. Ball at ground level. Porter over the ball. What's the umpire going to do? He says, I'll have it. Yeah, he was just a couple of inches off, just nailing that centering kick there, Lee, but that's the one you got to get right.
Exactly right. If they get that, they're away.
Tap one by Burton. Riley Porter over the football. Schwarzenberger knocks the ball forward. Spills into the hands of Stilldry. Just knows how to find the footy. I speak of Nick King's tackle, taken to the ground. How's the umpire going to see this one? Holding the ball. Elongated signalling there. You just know as soon as they bend the body of the umpire, they're going to play dropping the ball.
Yeah, they take the extra 1 or 2 seconds. They're waiting to blow the whistle.
So Gove goes laterally to centre half back. Hellier with ball in hand. That's a better kick. Right foot kick to the outer side towards half forward. Hepworth gets onto the left foot. Inside 50. Mark's been taken there by Buckwell. Not quite sure. He might be a bit too far out to score as the man on the mark there is at about 49.5 metres. You'd think it'd take the best kick from most.
Yeah, he was looking to give it off, but I think he's run out of options. You're going to have to go back and have a look at him from there.
So Buckwell, who spent a bit of time in defence last week against Redan, will set sail for the judge from 55. Burton comes out and just takes the mark like a leading forward. Uncontested, read it beautifully. Took a nice mark on the chest on the last line of defence. So Burton, laconically with that left foot, kicks okay. Finds Stilldryer. It's lazy checking there from the Lakers. Should be aware of Stilldryer's ability to find the football. At least they could man him up as the defensive 50 kick from Nick Stilldryer was. He got plenty of purchase of it, but it was just inside the boundary line, knocked away from Jake Owen by Brendan Hillier over the line for a boundary throw-in. On the attacking side of centre wing, outer side of the ground, near 24 minutes gone opening term. Cobras 15, lead LakeWendouree 4.
Yeah, the game's definitely been up the last 5 or 6 minutes, or even 10 minutes for Lakers, but no reward on the scoreboard this far for them.
East Point 1-3-9, lead Darley yet to score. Ballarat 1-2-8, lead Melton South yet to score. Boundary throw-in. Falls into the hands of Germany. Got it to Porter. Kept the handball low. And it ended up in the hands of Riley Porter. Under the right boot inside 50. Will it sit for Jaden Owen? He didn't even bend for it at the end. He tried to sort of scoop it up by foot Gaelic style. As soon as he tackled it, he was taken to the ground and penalised. And Gove will take the free kick for the Lakers on the defensive 50 and get them out of trouble momentarily. Right foot kick into the middle of the ground. Finds Hepworth. Just had to, maybe the sun got in his eyes there. That's the only excuse for dropping that chest mark. Still dry. Tackle taken to the ground. Chance here for King. He's over the football. He's not going to ping him, surely.
Oh.
He is, yeah. Just waited too long to blow the whistle there. The umpire, you knew it was going to go against King. Kick towards half forwards, okay. Rip on with ball in hand. Runs inside the man on the mark and just runs away. Right foot kick inside 50. Goes looking for Pring, but reading it well there was LaFranchi. Cut the ball off 25 metres out in front of the LakeWendouree goal. And he'll rebound the footy, albeit laterally and short to Burton. Sun streaming down here at Mattingley Park. That slow-weighted left foot kick from Burton was okay to find Nick Stilldryer inside the defensive 50. Wax on, wax off. Gets it back to Burton. Left foot kick to the outer side. Defensive 50's okay. It's like Veldon with ball in hand. With that familiar kicking style. Gets towards half back. Hepworth flew a bit early. Got hands to it but couldn't pull the mark down. Chance here for Porter. Tackle taken on the ground. Ball spills to the attacking 50. Gathered by Pring. Excellent pressure there from the Cobras defence. King dropped it, but the umpire called play on, no prior. Players in from everywhere, and there'll be a stoppage, you'd think. Oh no, umpires found holding the ball. And it's going to go against LakeWendouree, and it's going to go to the Cobras. It's going to go to King, who goes short and wide. Poor kick, just allowed just a 50-50 ball here. Turnover opportunity, well intercepted there by the Cobras. Hand pass was good to German. Attacking side centre wing. Open forward line. Griffith's got to be good here. He's got 2 to beat. Kept his feet. Did brilliantly. Got onto his left boot. That's a clever kick. Left foot kick. Out in front of Dixon. Across the body with the left boot. Oh, he's hit the post. Oh, he's been an opportunist forward. Dixon in the last 2 weeks just unable to convert there. He's got 1 goal, 2. Cobras have got 2-4-16. They lead the Lakers 4 behinds. Kick in okay's all right. Finds Blake. So Blake, the youngster, in the side today. So siren sounds. 27-minute quarter here at Mattingley Park. Low scoring affair. Still anyone... control applied there on Porter. Then fell into the hands of German, who got it to Blundell. Hurried right foot kick in direction of Jaden Owen. Tried to knock it forward. Spilled over the line for a boundary throw-in. Centre wing. Social Club side of the ground. It's the Cobras who lead by 18 points. In Griffiths and Jake Owen with the 2 goals for the Cobras in this quarter. Coxell with the response from the Lakers. Christopher just ran away and then just fell over in the end, but managed to go by hand towards Shea. His hand pass was intercepted by O'Connell. Ball fell into the hands of Mason. High right foot kick up and under. Schwarzenberg was good, did everything but take the mark. Then went to ground. Umpires picked out a free kick. It's going to go to the Lakers. It's going to go to Phillips. Right in the middle of the ground, he plays on, gave the hand pass over towards Mason. Right foot kick inside 50. Coxell, Loman in front. Couldn't quite take the mark. Chance here for Balin. He's forced to get rid of it by hand. Ball's just spooned out towards King on half-back. Now defensive side of centre wing. Balin in the race for the ball. Couldn't maintain possession. Spills away over the line for a boundary throw-in. Out of sight of the ground. True centre wing position. It's the Cobras who lead by 18 points.
I've taken the
4-4-28, the Cobras lead the Lakers 1-4-10. Throw in, tap there, won by the youngster Edwards for the Lakers, but only as far as Porter, who got it to Shea, back to Porter, but Porter ran out of room and ran over the line. There'll be a boundary throw in. True centre wing out of sight of the ground. BacchusMarsh 28 lead, the Lakers 10. Tick over 8 minutes gone, second term. Burton's thump out of the ruck was as good as a kick. Nearly got to half forward. Ball at ground level. German couldn't gather. Spilled free to the hands of Rippon. His right foot kick to half forward. Has been cut off by the Cobras defence, who combined well through Christopher, who got it to Porter, who got it to Burton, who ran like a midfielder, kicked the ball to half forward. Ball just went below Jake Owen's knees. He couldn't quite gather cleanly. His second effort was good. So too was the gather. He got it to Porter. Right-hand hand pass from Schwarzenberg. Got the ball towards German, who sat it up. Oh, there's some commitment. The heavy knock taken to the ground there. We'll just keep an eye on that player. A bit slow to get to the ground, but you couldn't doubt the commitment there. It's the ball from half-back. Gets out of trouble. It was Hipworth. Left foot kick towards the other side centre wing. Ball spills into the hands of the lever. Off hands over the line for a boundary throw-in.
Could be a bit of a double blow there for the Marsh. I think Owen's clutching his right wrist there after that contact.
And the big fella there in Mace, Martin, the relief ruckman there for the Cobras, he was terrific with the commitment. And even the dismount was better. There's the ball, boundary throw-in, tap one by Burton, got it to German, he got it to Porter with confidence. Both Porters playing well this afternoon. Kick to the attacking 50. Good tackle there by Billy Griffiths. Dispossessed, but he's hung on to him for too long. Can you believe it? There'll be a free kick to the Lakers, and it'll go to Bibby on half-back. Goes short to an unmanned Pfeiffer. You wouldn't say that too often. Ball goes forward from Mason. Right foot kick goes into attack. Yeah, that was too easy there by the Lakers. Coast to coast in the end, and Coxell will go back and have a shot on goal.
Yeah, much better performance from LakeWendouree. They've had trouble finding avenue to goal, but if they can get a couple loose over the back, they can get themselves back in the game with a couple of straight kicks.
Yeah, Coxell's kicked their only goal of the afternoon. They're 1-4-10. They trail BacchusMarsh 4-4-28. 10.5 minutes gone in this second term. Coxell leans back on the kick for the Lakers. He's just snuck it in inside the right goalpost. And the Lakers are back within 2 goals. Can you believe it? They're 2-4-16. Trail BacchusMarsh 4-4-28. Well, it's a 2-goal ball game. Leroy, it just feels like a bit more in favour of the Cobras.
Yeah, it does. They probably deserve to have a bit more scoreboard pressure than they've put on so far. But in there, to their credit, Lakers have hung in. When you have a look at it, though, both teams, if you take the winless Darley out, the 2 lowest scoring teams averaging 68 points a game, so I wouldn't expect a big high scoring game, so you're never out of it.
Yeah, both sides identical going in. Goals and behinds, it's an extraordinary stat as they combine to be the ranked 8th attack in the competition. There's the ball up. Burton got the ball to Shea, who got it to German. Didn't get much on the kick, really. It only went 10 or 12 metres, really. Hurried kick at that. And just went to another stoppage, really. There'll be a ball up just inside half forward for the Cobras. They lead by 12 points. 11 and a half minutes gone second term. 4-4 plays 2-4. Quick hands by Pring. Got it to Coxell. Hurried right foot kicks okay towards Collins. Gave the hand pass over towards O'Connell. Right foot kick. Ballion dropped what he should have taken. It's allowed the Lakers back into the game. And I'll get a stoppage inside 50. Read it well, Ballion, but just dropped just a fundamental overhead mark in the end.
Yeah, it looked like he probably should have taken that one. Keeps Lakers right in the honey.
Yeah, they're inside 50. Chance here for Hepworth. Just gets away from Porter momentarily. Could have thrown it in the air. The umpire agreed. And Schwarzenberg will take the resultant free kick. In defence, in the pocket, in the high school pocket. Decides to go across the ground. The kick's okay. But he'll have to come back. Umpire's asking him to go over the mark. It's Bartlett with ball in hand now. So Bartlett joining the number 45 this afternoon. Will come Social Club side of the ground to appease the umpire, who's intent on not allowing him sort of to go across the ground as he kicks along the line, goes in the Owen direction. Sets, couldn't take the mark, went over his head. Lakers players fighting over the football. German caught one high and or in the back. 2 free kicks in one. Now German can go short to Schwarzenberg. Finds him. Doesn't miss the target. He's on half back. Now he stops and goes. Has to be good here, this kick. White, his attempt to mark was intercepted by Simpson. See, that's a dangerous kick, that squaring kick, but when you pull it off, it's terrific. But on that occasion, it doesn't. It's Robertson now. Rebounds for the Lakers to Simpson. Rip on, all on his own here. Had to wait under it a bit. Now we'll go back. Sets the ball into attack. Goes out wide in the direction of Hepworth, who's able to take a chest mark inside 50 and just getting away from some lackadaisical Cobras defence. But he turns onto the left boot, wastes no time. Cricket across the face of goal. A let off there for the Cobras lead. The Lakers 5th behind of the afternoon.
Yeah, not sure that was the right option. Set shot from about 40, couple of goals down. I would have gone back and tried to slot one through from there.
2-5-17, LakeWendouree. Trail BacchusMarsh 4-4-28. Christopher brings the ball back into play. Comes Social Club side of the ground. Bartlett goes the spoil. Now Shea just inside the boundary line. Can he keep it in? He does. By foot, gets into half forward. Griffiths was clever. Went the spoil, then it fell into his chest there, and he took a nice mark. Good use to the body there by Owen. Foot race on in earnest. They both fell over in the end. Will it sit for Dixon? Can he gather? Robertson keeps his feet. Reward for that. Gave it over to Blake. Now the racehorse is up and away. Takes a second bounce. Gets to the defensive 50, and the Lakers are out of trouble. Excellent kick found. Pring just inside the boundary line. Went with a slow hand pass back to Blake, back to Pring. Had to wait under it. They're messing around with it here. Oh, good leg. Is anybody going to man that young fella up as Blake gets the ball towards the attacking 50? Buckwell's got 2 to beat. Bartlett's one of them as he gathers and brings the ball back. And the kick's okay and finds Parento, who goes short. Kick was Paul, went over the head of White. Charging through there was Mason. He was very good. Chance for Loader. Right foot kick to a vacant goal square is off to the right and through for a minor score. 15 minutes gone, second term here at Mattingley Park. 2-6-18, LakeWendouree. Trail the Cobras 4-4-28.
Yeah, I haven't got the stats in front of me, Toddy, but I know Blake's had 5 bounces in the first half so far. That's got to be some kind of record.
More than some of their blokes have had kicks. As the kick in was very good from Christopher. The mark's been taken there by Bartlett, who weighs up the options. Goes to the outer side centre wing in the direction of Owen. Use of the body equalled by Hellier. Ball goes over their heads in the end. Kept in. The Cobras thought the ball went out. Pring, quick hands back to Robertson, who just kept running with the ball. Excellent play. O'Connell, hand pass over the top towards Collins, who got it to Simpson. Got to 20 metres out. Shot on goal. Off to the right. Let off for the Cobras. 9-point ball game.
Working very hard for not a lot of reward here at the moment, LakeWendouree.
2-7-19 they are. They trail the Cobras 4-4-28. Just some leg speed there. Looked pretty ominous as They gathered the footy.
And Burton off the ground have a rest, and they're starting to win the ball through the middle.
Ball comes back into play. They come Social Club side of the ground to King. King's kick is going the Dixon direction, but it's been cut off there by Bibby. His left foot kick has found O'Connell, who tried to juggle the mark, but wasn't paid at the end. Parente concedes some ground by hand, got it to Dixon. Somehow he found Still Dry and went back to King. They've gained no metres here, the Cobras, as Veldon's kick goes in direction there of Schwarzenberg. He could have given away a free kick. He looks winded there, the big fella. Still Dry's pushed his man in the back, you'd think. And the free kick's going to be taken there by Mackay. Still Dry thinks the kick's his.
They just win the 50-50 at the moment, LakeWendouree.
Yeah, good point. Very good. Mackay now with ball in hand. We've got a 9-point ball game here at Mattingley Park. 17 minutes gone, second term. Cobras 4-4. The Lakers 2-7. No surprise we're witnessing a low-scoring affair here. Oh, that was an ordinary kick there by Mackay, but found Hellier on the half volley. He was up to the challenge, who found Simpson on the Social Club side centre wing, who can go short to Rippon. He's done that a couple of times this afternoon. Inaugural winner of North Melbourne's Fairfield Best and Fairest. He's one of the marquee signings of the year as Rippon's kick gets to the attacking 50. At the back goes Collins, but with strength. Bartlett takes the mark on the defensive 50. He's done that time and time again this year. While a bit quiet last week, he's been very reliable across half-back. Fremantle 47, lead Collingwood 28 if you don't mind. Tyson Shea concedes some ground. 45 kick to the defensive pocket. Finds Veldon, who elects to play on. His hurried kick there has been intercepted inside the defensive 50. Right foot kick shot on goal by the youngster there in Edwards. Got to the pocket. Who's at home for the Cobras? Bartlett is, and he concedes by hand through for a minor rush behind. And it's another point for the Lakers. They're 2-8-20. They trail BacchusMarsh 4-4-28.
Yeah, Lakers definitely need to get some reward for their effort here. They have a good 5-6 minutes. Actually lead the scoring shots. 10 shots to 8, but 8 points down on the scoreboard.
18 and a half minutes gone, second term. Christopher, what will he do on this occasion? Goes to the outer side, half back. Target again there was Bartlett. He couldn't take the mark. Chance here for Robertson. Hand pass was very good. Now keeping it low there was Lohman, no pun intended. Ball got knocked away from Buckwell. Chance here for Simpson, loose ball, shot on goal, high kick, won't get the distance. White's underneath it for the Cobras. He couldn't mark. Ball bounces hand on in and through for another behind. 2-9-21 down. Trail BacchusMarsh 4-4-28. The ball gets towards the Social Club centre wing. Lakers again with numbers. O'Connell finds Gobe, who goes into the middle of the ground. That's the kick we've been talking about, the risky one, but it was okay. Chip over the top, found O'Connell on half forward, went to go, turn kick inside out, right foot tumbling kick inside 50. Bartlett does the bobbing up, tackled though, taken to the ground, the umpire let it go, gathered by the youngster there in Blake. He's taken to the ground, the umpire says, I'll have it, and he'll ball it up 35 metres away from the Lakers goal. 4-4-28, the Cobras.
And just in the second quarter, we've got 11 inside 50s to LakeWendouree for 4 for BacchusMarsh for 2 goals apiece.
Wow. Well, that does tell a story. There's the ball up. Tap one by Burton to Schwarzenberg. That was terrific by hand now. Got it to Still Dry. Left foot kick. Cut off by Bibby. And, it's been paid down the ground for some undisciplined reaction there from the Lakers. And Owen will take the free kick. His kick found Griffiths, who had to make that kick look better than what it was as he lunged forward and marked just above the grass. Squaring kick was okay to Porter. Speak of Riley. Weighs up the options. Wheels onto the right boot. Gets to the attacking 50. Owen covering some ground. I speak of Jake. Had the ball knocked away from him. Griffiths at ground level. High right foot kick goes in towards Jaden. I speak of Jaden. Almost mark and/or free kick. It's going to go to Mackay, and he'll get the Lakers out of trouble. Right foot kick goes lateral to O'Connell. He's on the last line of defence for the Lakers. They won't want to concede a goal after all of that work in their forward half for no return. His following up work was good, but his hand pass was intercepted by Dixon. High, hopeful hand pass more than anything else was cut off by Porter. Right foot kick across the body. Goal of the day from the youngster. Excellent finish there by Porter. He gets the Cobras' 5th goal of the afternoon. steadier, to say the least, Leroy. They're 5-4-34. They lead the Lakers 2-9-21.
Yeah, that was a great finish. You don't see many goals kicked from this pocket here at Manly Oval, but that was definitely a class finish and a goal against the fly play for the Marsh, which they needed.
He's been good, Ryland Porter. He's really given them some good energy. He's been clean with his ball use. And he deservedly kicks the Cobras' fifth goal of the afternoon. 21 and a half minutes gone. The Lakers lead by 13. Darley have hit the scoreboard. They're 1-1-7. They trail East Point 5-5-35. Must be a big wind up there at Eastern Oval, Leroy.
Can only hope.
Kick out of the middle, gets to half forward for the Cobras. Ball bounces end on in over the line ahead of Blake. There'll be a boundary throw in. Half forward, outer side of the ground. Arm wrestle to best probably way to describe this afternoon's match of the round here at Mattingly Park. Burton over the top to Still Dry. That was the play of the day. Hand past the German from 55. Kicks the kick low. Porter and Griffiths raffled it. Second effort here by Porter. Managed to get a handball away, but the umpires pinged him for holding the ball. A let off there for the Lakers. And O'Connor will get them out of trouble. They trail by 13 points, LakeWendouree, despite a majority of inside 50s in this second term. Burton and Lohman had 50-50 share of that aerial contest. The umpires rewarded the man in front. It'll go to Lohman. He's on half-back, just inside the boundary line, outer side of the ground. He goes along the line. They kick to the scoreboard end in this term. LaFranchi at the back did everything but mark. It was an excellent use of the body. Ball spills free. Chance here for rip-on. Quick hands got it to Collins. Bailey in front. He's tackled, taken to the ground. The umpire will come in and affect the ball up, you think. No, he's decided to let it go, and that'll benefit the Cobras as Nick Stilldry's left foot kick is cut off there by Gove. He gave the hand pass. Here go the Lakers again through the middle of the ground through O'Connell. One too many handballs, but Coxall could have been held without it. He appealed for it. Very lucky in the end. Yeah, it was out of reach of Coxall, who didn't really take possession and then was tackled by the Cobras defence. So Coxall goes into the forward line. 2-on-1. Mark's been taken there by Rippon. And Nick Rippon will go back and have a shot on goal. And an opportunity to narrow this margin to within 7 as we approach the 24-minute mark of this second term.
Yeah, I think a goal here to LakeWendouree would probably sum up where the game's about at the moment.
Well, a man of this quality, you'd be hoping for the Lakers' sake that he'll be able to register a major. He'll have a shot on goal here. An attempt at the Lakers' third of the afternoon. It's bending back. Is it? No, not enough. Off to the right through for a minor score. It's their 10th behind, if you don't mind. They're 2-10-22. They trail BacchusMarsh 5-4-34. A tick over 24 minutes gone in this second term. Ball to come back into play. It'll be Christopher. Got it on the instep. Was fortunate to find Burton, and probably surprised him in the end. He dropped the mark. Ball fell into the hands of Edwards. His kick was smothered. Fell into the hands of King. His kick too was smothered. Here's a chance for the Lakers through Lohman, but the umpires picked out a free kick. It's going to go to Tyson Shea.
Been hot on that today?
Yeah, indeed. So Tyson Shea with ball in hand. By the right boot. Goes in the Owen direction. He's in front. Sun's in his eyes. Ball goes to ground now. Chance here for Blake. The Lakers, they go back into attack. At the back here's Buckwell. Goes the spoil. Shea could have been pushed. The umpire let it go. Ball at ground level. Hot footy on in earnest here. Finally falls free to the hands of Coxall. His kick across the body smothered by Christopher. Spilled in the hands of Robertson. Inside 50. He's been cut off by Baglian. And the Cobras will get out of trouble. Right foot kick to the outer side. Half back. Covering the ground there was Owen. Just dropped the chest mark. Just lacking a bit of touch there. The brother of Jake, the younger one I speak of. Off his hands over the line for a boundary throw-in on half forward for LakeWendouree. Couldn't be long left in this second term. There's the throw-in. Tap one by Burton. 50-50 ball. He'll win out. Porter was good there. Second effort was even better. Got it to Shea, who missed Still Drive with the handball over the line. Boundary throw-in. Half forward, outer side of the ground for the Lakers. They're 2-10-22. They trail BacchusMarsh 5-4-34. A 2-goal ball game here. 26 minutes gone. Burton just grabbed it out of the ruck. The boundary throw-in favoured him. Took it on the run and just smashed the ball forward by a foot. Beyond half forward and over the line for a boundary throw-in. An old-fashioned kick for touch there, Leroy.
Yeah, it was. And as we just tick over the 26-minute mark, interesting minute or two would be all that would be left, I would think.
Yeah, she's been a very hotly contested second term here, but it's still BacchusMarsh who prevail. There's the throw-in. Ball at ground level here. Excellent work there by Shea as the ball gets hacked forward there by the Cobras over the head of Owen. He's just lacking a bit of touch at the moment. Off his hands over the line and out of bounds. I speak of Jaden. He actually just went to pick the ball up and give it to the boundary umpire, but couldn't do that.
He ran over the top of it, believe it or not.
Boundary throw-in to take place. Cobras into attack. They'd want to pinch one here in junk time in this second term. Robertson's forced to do the ruck work for the Lakers. He's barely 6 foot. He couldn't quite gather in the end, and there'll be a repeat stoppage. Boundary or ball up, 40 metres away from the Cobra goal. Darley trail by 34 points. Ballarat lead Melton South by 35. North Ballarat lead Melton by 22. And Sebastopol lead Redan by 7 points. So there's a boundary throw-in to take place. Deep into attack here, the Cobras. Owen's tap was clever. I speak of Jaden, who got it to Nick Stilldrive, who was tackled as the siren sounds for half-time here at Mattingley Park. It's an arm wrestle, to say the least, going on here. But it's the Cobras who'll be happy to be in front of the main break. They're 5-4-34. They lead LakeWendouree 2-10-22. This afternoon, we'll ask about the interleague of the under-16.5s in just a moment. Play underway. Tap one by Edwards. Ball at ground level. Shark by Blundell. His hurried kick was pointless really in the end. It only went as far as Pring, who came to the social club side of the ground, gathered by Mason, who found Phillips. Right foot kick inside 50. Chance of Buckwell. Went to go by hand. Was retarded well there by Veld and did excellent. Dismissed his target by hand. The umpire says a throw and penalises the veteran Cobras defender. And Laliba with ball in hand. Right foot kick. Goes to the top of the square. Could have been a push on Buckwell. The umpire called play on. And the Cobras will get out of trouble. Awkward kick there for Porter. His second effort was good. Goes to ground. Finally by hand found Burton. His high handball put Nick Stilldrive under the pump. Umpire let it go. Hurried right foot kick along the line. Got to the defensive side of centre wing. Shark there by German. His kick went along the ground about 15 metres before there's a bit of a stacks on the mill. And there'll be a ball up. Out of side centre wing. No score added in the opening minute. Fridge, welcome back.
Thanks, Todd.
And your young bloke, the bar Fridge, 11 goals, 4 in the interleague.
Yeah, no, he had a good day, but he had some very good teammates that presented the ball to him and kicked it very well. The delivery was sensational, Todd. And what I witnessed today, the Ballarat Football League will be in good stead in 2 or 3 years, Todd.
Boundary throwing to take place here. Burton couldn't shark it. It was tapped by Simpson. Looking forwards, Pring, who just knocked it forward. Plenty of traffic to speak of. The umpires picked out a free kick. It's going to go the way of Hepworth for LakeWendouree. Left foot kick. Penetrating kick at that. Goes out wide in the direction there of Buckwell. He has the ball knocked away from his hands over the line for a boundary throw-in. Out of sight of the ground, half forward for the Cobras. No score added. 5-4-34 BacchusMarsh lead LakeWendouree 2-9-21. 2 minutes gone, third term. Burton out of the ruck, being the difference between the two sides. Left foot kick, got it towards Jaden Owen.
One-hander.
Confidence builder. Took a grab on the cricket pitch, led back on the kick, went out wide to brother Jake. Will it sit for him? It does. What will he do? He's got time, composure, goes to a one-on-one there with the youngster there in Porter. Somehow he ended up with a foot. He gave the hand pass to Stilldrive. His kick across the body's okay. Oh, and Dixon was just waiting for contact. Spilt the mark off hands over the line for a boundary throw-in.
Would have been better off trying to take that on his chest, Todd.
Yep, indeed.
He jumped up like a crab.
34 BacchusMarsh lead the Lakers 21. There's the throw-in. Cobras in attack. Hepworth went the thump over the head, missed everything. Pfeiffer at ground level.
Jake could have been a little bit better there, giving it off a handball instead of trying to chip it to the top of the square. I think there was the young fella there that was on wide, but bad option.
BacchusMarsh player going to ground. We'll keep an eye on that. It's Billy Griffiths. Here's a chance of Porter on his left foot.
Alex.
Raking left foot kick from 50.
He's missed.
Oh, off to the right for a minor score. 5-5-35 now, BacchusMarsh. Lead LakeWendouree 2-9-21. 3.5 minutes gone, third term. Ball to come back into play. And it'll be the long raking left foot of Bibby. Got plenty of it. Kicked at 55. Went in the Loma direction. Pushed under the ball well there by White. Trying to do his own defensive work. Was pinged. Thrown to the ground. Advantage paid. Loman got it to Collins. Been a goal kicker in recent weeks on his left foot. Goes to the top of the square. Run in. Open goal into the Lakers. And Little Levers put it through.
Good transitional football.
Coast to coast. They've
Yep.
threatened a couple of times early in that second quarter, but were unable to finish off their good work. And when the leg speed, when they've got their wheels on the Lakers, they look dangerous. And they're within 8 points. It's been a while since they've been this close. They're 3-9-27. They trail BacchusMarsh 5-5-35.
They've had plenty of scoring shots, Todd. Well, working out to 12 shots to 10, so they're well and truly in the game.
8 sides locked on 3 wins at the moment. Every game like a final from here on in. Tap one by Burton. Got it to King outside of the right boot. Found Dixon. Had more time than he thought. Threw it onto the left boot in the Owen direction. He couldn't gather. Dixon's follow-up work was good. Will it sit for him? It doesn't. Runs over the man who was in pursuit of the football. Chance here for O'Connell. His hand pass only went as far as Owen. He got it to Blundell. It's another hurry kick from Blundell. High school-like. Poor kick, turnover, and Mackay will get the Lakers out of trouble with a short kick to Bibby. Unmanned at the top of the defensive square. Has a second bounce, runs 30 metres and finds Hepworth on the lead in front of Griffiths. Normally a penetrating left foot kick, Hepworth. Let's see what he does here. Mason on the lead, but ignores that and goes lateral back to Hellier. Top of the goal square. Comes to the Social Club side of the ground. Chance here for the youngster. In Edwards, right foot kick, gets toward the attacking side of centre wing. Will it sit for Pfeiffer? It does. Lalever, in fact, got it to Phillips. He was tackled, managed to get the ball effectively away by hand. Follow-up work was good by Lalever on the back of the goal. Could have been held. The umpire called play on. His follow-up work was excellent. Got it to Collins, got around one. Then gave it back to Lalever. It's all about the Frenchman at the moment. His hand pass was pretty ordinary. Simpson dispossessed, turnover, and Shea ends up with the footy. Torpedo only found Jaden, Owen and Dixon. Ball went about 15 metres. It's on the Social Club side centre wing at the moment. Burton hurried left foot kick, only travelled about 8 or 9 metres. Lakers with numbers. Hot footy. Gove conceded ground by hand. Got it towards O'Connell, who got it to Simpson, who went short to Pring on half forward. Got to him on the bounce. Normally good by foot. This one an exceptional. It was pretty poor in the end as White just ran away from half back. Went looking for Griffiths. Owen at the back took a mark on the chest. Weight of momentum just took him through the contest. Kick out in front of Porter. He's got a paddock. He can get onto the preferred left. Runs inside half forward. Long raking left foot kick to brother Riley. Ball gets knocked away there by Bibby, but there's a chance here for Griffiths and the boundary line. Off to the right for a minor score.
Could have been a push in the back there. Ryland Porter. Thought he was into the back of the LakeWendouree player there, Todd.
Yeah, well, he'd obviously watched the Brisbane Geelong game on Thursday night, just to add a touch of the Danahers there. But a minor score there for Griffiths, who's been threatening around goal. Just has the one. 5 individual goal kickers for the Cobras. German, Griffiths, Owen, Porter and Dixon have their goals. Whilst for LakeWendouree, Coxell has 2 and Lalever has 1. Long left foot kick comes to the Social Club side, half back line for the Lakers, but a contested mark was a beauty taken there by Owen. Wheels and goes onto the right boot. Goes deep into the direction of Griffiths. The fly couldn't take the mark. Ball at ground level. Doing the mopping up there was Bibby, who got it to Hellier. weighing up the options. Goes through the middle of the ground. Pring can mark here. He does. Waste no time. Kicks to an open forward line. Chance of the youngster there in Loader. Good pressure there by Christopher. Both went past the ball 50-50. Christopher was terrific. Ridden into the ground. The umpire says, I'll have it. And he'll ball it up on the attacking 50 for the Lakers. 36 BacchusMarsh lead the Lakers 27. 8.5 minutes gone, third term. There's the ball up. Tap one by Burton, only as far as Pring, who's tackle taken on the ground by Nick Stilldryer. And there'll be a ball up. Burton, the difference in the two sides, continues to contest the ruck against Hepworth. Ball at ground level. Porter, dispossessed. Chance for German. Goes to Soccer. To the advantage of Schwarzenberg. It sits for him. Gets ball to boot despite the pressure of Edwards. Got it to the outer side half forward line. Dixon gathers in front of Mackay. Right foot tumbling kick. Well, fell favourably into the hands of Martin, who gave it over to Griffiths. Here's a shot on goal for Griffiths. He goes unselfishly across the face and finds Jake Owen, who marks on the chest. And we'll go back and have a shot on goal from 10 or 12 metres out, 45-degree angle.
Yes, always put it through, Todd.
Makes no mistake, Jake Owen kicks his second goal of the afternoon. And the Cobras, 6-6-42. They lead LakeWendouree 3-9-27. 15-point ball game here at Mattingley Park.
LakeWendouree are surely still in the game, Todd. It's just, they seem to fall down, that third kick going forward. I haven't been in for the first half, but they dominate the last 10 minutes or the last 15 minutes of the second quarter.
And the Lakers have lost a player, looks like, for the remainder. Lockie Pfeiffer is done for the day. There's back in the middle. Chance here for Burton, who tries to do his own clearance work, but
ball it up.
Just couldn't gather his own tap cleanly enough, and there'll be a repeat ball up. Cobras lead by 15 here.
It's a good decision making by Billy Griffiths to centre it to the top of the square, Todd.
Yeah, indeed. He's forever been the unselfish small forward as Collins knocks the ball to O'Connell, who blind turn terrific, got it to Pring on half forward. Could have gone over the top to Loader, decided to do it all himself. Kick on goal, rip it in the square, lets it go through. That's the reply the Lakers wanted. They're 4-9-33. Back to 9 points, they trail BacchusMarsh. 6-6-42, near 11 minutes gone, third term.
Getting it out of the middle is so important, Todd. They were able to gain possession from the ruck contest and go deep forward, and a bit of class there with Nathan Pring. Very good player.
Yeah, he's been pretty good this afternoon as well. So Coxwell has 2, Pring and Laliva have the other 2. Whilst for BacchusMarsh, Jake Owen has 2, one each to Griffiths, German, Riley Porter and Kane Dixon. Ball up, gets spilled, ground level, bit of a stacks on the mill. Umpire will come in and ball it up. Tacking side of the middle of the ground for the Lakers, who are pushing here. Burton over the top, looking in towards Shade. Tackle dispossessed, but the hand pass was errant from the Lakers. Schwarzenberger ran onto it, went deep into attack in the Owen direction, sets himself and takes a nice mark in front of Hillier. Quality forward, J.O.
Yeah, no, he sounded a bit quiet early in the call, Todd. He's having a good period here for this 10 minutes.
Yep, he'll go back and have a shot on goal. Crack at his third goal. The good thing about Jake is even though he's quiet, he still hits the scoreboard.
Yes, and if you can get the delivery in quick enough and give them the opportunity to have open forward and they can protect the space, 9 times out of 10 he'll get it.
Yep, and he's playing on no slouch this afternoon. Of course, Hellier was very instrumental in negating Dylan Conway a couple of weeks ago. Was Owen
straight through.
Kicks the ball straight through the head. Hide it a little. BacchusMarsh got their 7th. They extend to 7-6-48. They lead the Lakers 4-9-33, sharing the goals here in this third term. 2 goals apiece, and Owen's got his third.
Yeah, no, good delivery there, and like I said, if you can get it in quick enough to these, taller forwards, well, 9 times out of 10 they won't let you down, Todd.
We'll go round the grounds. East Point 53, lead Darley 14. Sebastopol 43, lead Redan 35. North Ballarat 38, lead Melton 11. And Ballarat 56 lead Melton South 20. Ball up, middle of the ground. We'll give that one to Edwards. But it's all Burton, though, as he just ended up with the ball, set the ball to the attacking 50, guard by Jaden Owen. Kick across the body. Dixon got a horrible bounce, but credit to the youngster. He was in front, but the poor kick and bad bounce will allow the Lakers to get out of trouble through Gove. They got it out wide towards the boundary line. Ended up off hands for a boundary throw-in. 65 metres around from the Cobras goal, who lead by 15 points. 13 and a half minutes gone, third term. Owen, the leading goal scorer on the ground. Jake, I speak of, has 3. Ball in. White at ground level. Tackled, taken to the ground. The umpire will come in and ball it up.
A throw-in, they all just looked at it, Todd. They just let the ball bounce and it was like a circle around the footy.
Yep. It's happened a couple of times this afternoon. 70 metres now away from the Cobra goal. There's the ball up. Tap one by Burton. Doing the sharking was Shea. Tackled. Be lucky to be, lucky to get away with it. And he didn't in the end. Lohman with ball in hand. Right foot kick goes to the outer side centre wing. Hepworth's the target. Punched away by Martin, who's wearing the number 45 this afternoon, Fridge.
Bartlett,
sorry.
It's strange to see him in the 45. Don't know what. They must have lost his jumper, Todd.
Boundary throw in. Burton to lead the ruck duel. He taps it just in front of him to German. His kick went about a metre, and it was smothered in the end. Hot footy. Shark there by Porter, who got it to Griffiths. It was ridden into the ground. And the umpire says, I'll have it. He'll ball it up. Attacking side of centre wing for the Cobras. They lead by 15 points. Near 15 minutes gone in this third term here of Apple 98.5 FM's match of the round.
Is Buckwell playing full forward for them?
Yeah, played back last week.
Yep.
Playing forward this week. The swingman, Buckwell.
How's Ballion been?
He's been quiet, but back into the side today. He hasn't had much to do, in fairness, as Martin ends up with a footy. Right foot cricket cost the body. Might have been Schwarzenberg. In fact, Dixon couldn't quite take the mark. There's the man I speak of, Martin. Tackle taken to the ground. The umpire called play on. It's 45 metres away from the Cobra goal. Whistle imminent. There it is. He'll come in and ball it up. Bit of a stalemate of sorts in the quality of play in the last couple of minutes, Fritz.
Well, it's been an arm wrestle for the last 5 minutes, Todd, and it's just been played between the two archers.
Tap one by
Not
Martin, only
archers.
as far as Rippon. Spilled out here to O'Connell on half back. Goes direct to Buckwell. Went over his head.
Right.
Sat for him okay. Got around Veldon too easily. How about that for a kick? You'd normally see one of that quality early on a Sunday morning. Here's Ballion. What's he going to do? Oh, free kick to BacchusMarsh. You'd think the umpire let it go. Players in from everywhere. Whistle imminent. What's he going to do?
He's going to pay holding the ball.
Oh, he's paid holding the ball. And there's going to be a free kick to LakeWendouree.
Oh, seriously.
Much to the comical pleasure of Fridge. They've been saving that one for you, mate, on return in the second half. As the youngster Blake will have a shot on goal. The racehorse from about 40 metres out.
Yeah, I think the junior umpire might have paid that one, Todd. I think they call him Possum.
And so Blake, who's showed that he's not short of a turn of foot, that's for sure. He's had a couple of dashes down the outer side centre wing. But this is a different skill set altogether. At the end of the day, it's a fundamental shot on goal. At this level, you'd think straight over the goal umpire's hat. So
You would think so.
we'll see how the youngster goes. A good size too. Right foot kicks on its way. Goal umpire forced to hurry off to his right. And the ball goes through for a minor score. They're 4-10-34, Lakers. They trail BacchusMarsh 7-6-48. 17 and a half minutes gone, third term.
Had one more scoring shot than BacchusMarsh. You'd think, obviously if they'd had half of those 10 points, then it'd have been 9-5 and it might have been a different ball game, Todd.
Veldon brings the ball back in, goes outside of the ground. There's the fly. Lohman, if you don't mind, took an absolute screamer. Right foot kick. Waste no time. Goes in the direction there of Laliva. He couldn't take the mark. Jaden Owen pushing into defence. Quick hands from Loader. Went looking back there till Lefevre was dispossessed. Now Mason's bailed up.
Well, that's nearly holding the ball.
Good pressure there from the Cobras defence. There'll be a ball up. 50 metres out from the Lakers goal. Mark of the day there to Lohman.
Yeah.
Burton over the top, found Still Dryer. It was forced to go by hand. Turnover O'Connell. Got it to Hepworth across the body. Bartlett on the second grab. Couldn't take it. Ball spills free. Foot race on in earnest. It's Bartlett who wins out in the end. Clever by hand. Ball gets to half-back. Schwarzenberg was good. Got it to King from half-back. Kick was low to the advantage of Porter. Bibby does the chasing. Porter tries to...
Smart.
Clever kick along the ground, but... was gathered cleanly by Owen, did very well. Squaring hand pass, got it towards Shea. His hand pass was intercepted by O'Connell. Been pretty good today. Hand pass over the top to Hellier. And the Lakers are going to get out of trouble. There's the kick, was kind of hooked in the end. It was a poor one at that. Cobras have got numbers on half-back through Bartlett. Right foot kick goes out wide towards Porter. He had to fly from the back of Blake. Did well through traffic. Got it to Hughes. Outside of the right boot. Tumbling kick. Went direction of Owen. Could have caught one high. The umpire said play on. Griffiths was clean by hand. Got it towards Nick Stilldrive. Back to Owen. Can give it to Porter, but decides to go by foot to the top of the square. At the back with the big fly was McKay. Couldn't take the mark. Umpire called play on. And Gove will get the Lakers out of trouble. Gove's right foot kick. Towards half-back, found Phillips on the bounce. He went short and found Rippon. Rippon with a right foot kick to the outside centre wing. Simpson in front, couldn't take the mark. Phillips at ground level, gathered it cleanly, got it to Collins. What can the Lakers do? They need some more players around the contest. They're outnumbered at the moment. Numbers will prevail for the Cobras, but it's going to be a free kick to the Lakers, and it's going to go to Simpson. He's a little bit sore getting up off the deck. 20 minutes gone, third term here at Manningley Park. BacchusMarsh 7-6-48. Lead the Lakers 4-10-34. Tom German just about to come back onto the ground. Short kick, squaring kick from Simpson. As OK finds Hellier. He can come wide to Buckwell. There's a mile from home. When I speak of the goal. Right foot kick inside 50. Pring's got 2 to beat. At the back was Lohman. He couldn't take 2 marks of the day, Kenny. Pring wanted the free kick. Umpire said, no, you can't have it. So he had a pot shot at the goals on the left foot. And off to the left for another minor score. 4-11. 35 LakeWendouree. Trying to take the long way home, reeling in this lead by kicking behinds.
Yeah, they're peppering out and they're trying to manufacture something, Todd. They're trying to go lateral and trying to gain territory, down the line, but to no avail. They get no reward for effort.
Ball to come back into play by the Cobras through Christopher, who found Bartlett on half-back.
That's better.
Took a mark, played on, gave it to Blundell. What's he going to do with this kick? That's 3 in a row from Blundell. He managed to kick the ball out of bounds on the full. So Bibby will bring the ball back into play. Might be Buckworth, who could quite easily get an actor role in chips with that moustache as he goes along the line. Right foot kick towards half forward.
You think he looks like Eric Estrada?
Chance here for Nick Rippon. Plays on. Loader was out there, but the umpire said no.
He's got a moustache like a porn star.
You got to bring it back. It'll be Lohman with ball in hand. So he'll square the kick. Keeps it low. Went looking for Simpson. He gathered cleanly on the bounce. Concedes the ground by hand to Rippon. High. Big up and under left foot kick. Players set themselves. Nick still drive the spoil. German bailed up. The umpire says, I'll have it. He'll pull it up 30 metres away from the Lakers' goal.
They just seem to be, always in a hurry, LakeWendouree. They're always under pressure when they get it inside 50, Todd.
Tap one by Martin. They're in defence here.
Holding
the Cobras. Tyson Shea's tackled, taken to the ground. You guessed it, Fridge.
2 in a row.
Holding the ball. Free kick to the Lakers. And it looks like Rippon with ball in hand. He'll go back and have a shot on goal from 50.
It amazes me. Well, LakeWendouree beat North Ballarat. They must have had an off day, North Ballarat.
Yeah, you'd think so.
Because what I'm seeing, you wouldn't think they'd get within 10 of North Ballarat.
Well, with kicks like that, you can see why they did, because Rippon makes no mistake And the margin's back to 7 points here at Manningley Park. The Cobras 7-6-48 lead the Lakers, who are pressing. They're 5-11-41. Game on in earnest here. 23 minutes gone, third term.
Yes, a class player in Ripon. I'd like for him to have the ball in his hand, a couple of times in front of goal, because he don't really misses, Todd.
Yep, he's one of 4 goal kickers for the Lakers this afternoon. Coxell has 2, 1 each to Pring, Ripon and Laliva. Whilst for the Cobras, Owen has 3. I speak of Jake, Griffiths, German, Porter and Dixon have 1 each. Back in the middle of the ground, who can get this first all-important clearance over the footy? There's Hepworth. He's wanting a push, but the umpire's going to just let it go. He forgot to blow the whistle. He was going to come in and ball it up. Now he's got to do it. Come on, umpire.
Ringer, Rosie.
So he blows the whistle.
Seriously.
Out of side centre wing.
God.
Attacking side of the ground for the Lakers, albeit just by a couple of metres. Defensively, the spill falls into the hands of Christopher, who got it to White, who went by foot to Parente, the youngster. Hand pass towards open space, was hung on to a bit too long.
No. Good call, Todd. Good call.
Umpire was up to the task there, and unlucky there for the Lakers. They were out.
Yep.
But the free kick was there. The kick finds Bartlett.
Geez, Lockie Dodd, he's a light-thrown fella, Todd.
Yeah, no, that's Flynn Loader. They've played mumbo-jumbo with the numbers this afternoon, the Lakers, yeah.
Who is it?
Flynn Loader. Right foot kick gets towards the attacking 50. There's the man with the tash. I speak of Buckwell, who's gone back into defence, and he's going to get a free kick. Yes, he looks like he's just fallen off his motorbike there, Buckwell, as he gets back up and will take the free kick on the defensive 50 for the Lakers. And the man from Chips will play on by hand. Wastes no time. The ball will come back along the line, you'd think, from McKay. He's forced to go square into the middle. How about that for a kick, Fritz? Right in the middle, found Timmy Collins.
Nice kick.
Chose to play on. How's the left foot kick? Just got over there to Christopher.
They're out here.
Opportunity here for Hellier from 55. He sets out for the judge. Open goal square. Off to the left for a minor score.
God.
Yep, they've been like the big brown fox, or the big fox here. The Lakers, I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down. They just haven't done it yet.
Couldn't blow a brick out.
48 plays 42. There's a goal in it here at Manningley Park. Stick with us as Christopher goes short and finds Veldon. Plays on with a hand pass to Watt. Beyond the defensive 50. Right foot kicks excellent. Found Parente. Squares the ball into the middle to find Still Drive. His kick smothered. Just telegraphed the kick a little. Excellent. Ball fell into the hands of Ripon, who got it to Hepworth, who tries to get onto his left foot. Had to go by hand as he went to ground to Collins, to Pring, to Ripon from 40. Ripon, shot at the goal. Can he square the ledger? He does! Scores level here at Manningley Park. 48 apiece. 6-12, 48. BacchusMarsh 7-6, 48. 26 minutes gone, third term.
That turnover by Nick, just trying to be too cute with the footy, and created the turnover. Just a silly errant, turnover and goal to the Lakers. They'll be ruining that mistake, Tom German.
Yep, and that player we were speaking about, rising to the top, just getting them back into it, just finishing off the good work.
Yeah, no. He's an A-grade quality AFL/VFL player.
Tap one by the youngster there in Edwards, who got it to Hepworth, to that man Ripon. Clearance out of the middle, got to the attacking 50. Clean bowl, Simpson and Veldon. Trying to protect the ball there was Veldon. Simpson just ran straight past him, gathered it, but then was dispossessed by Bartlett. And they'll get out of trouble. Good kick. Found the big fella there in Martin on half-back, just inside the boundary line. Squaring kicks okay. Found Burton. This one would want to be good. Back to Bartlett. True centre half-back position. We've got a game on here. Scores are level. Dixon in the middle. Stronger overhead. Turned around and played on. Went in the Jake Howell direction, but cutting it off there beautifully was Billy Griffiths. Read it well. He'll go back and have a shot from about 45.
We notice there, Todd, there's 6 LakeWendouree defenders to 2 BacchusMarsh forwards. So either their forwards are rolling way up the ground and trying to play 2 forwards deep, but he's gone.
Griffiths plays on by hand. Got it to Burton. Tumbling kick, helicopter kick, really across the face, off hands over the line for a boundary throw-in, adjacent to the
I
behind
wouldn't
post.
see why there would be any advantage in that when he actually had Martin in the pocket on his own, waving his hands about 30 seconds prior.
Boundary throw-in, 28 minutes gone, scores level, tap one by Jaden Owen, but at ground level it's all the Lakers. Fred spoke about that number differential there in defence. The youngster there, Loader, couldn't gather cleanly, nor LaFranchi. Spills off hands over the line for a boundary throw-in. Adjacent to the BacchusMarsh coach's box here at Mattingly Park. High school pocket. In BacchusMarsh's forward line, they kick to the scoreboard end in this third term. Tap one by Burton. Chance here for German. Clever hand pass over the top to King, who got around Coxall. Kept it low. Good kick to Dixon, who had a flying shot on goal.
Didn't even look.
And all he managed to find was...
one track mine, goals.
Over the line, out of bounds, on the full. And the Lakers, well, that's perceived pressure, really, because the Lakers are coming.
Yeah, and it perceived pressure, Todd, but sometimes blokes can be a little bit selfish too.
Ball to come back into play, and it'll be the left. Beautiful left foot kick, and Bibby gets beyond the defensive 50. There's Bartlett pressing up, takes a nice mark for the Cobras. Can keep it low and go to Owen, but the siren sounds for three-quarter time.
We've got a game on our hands here, Toddy.
Scores level here at Mattingly Park. The Lakers are pressing their 6-12-48. They're level with the Cobras, 7-6-48, 29-minute. Third term, done and dusted. We'll take a break and be back with the final term in just a few moments.
I'm moving to
on 5367 5700 today. Stop.
Welcome back to Mattingly Park. Time to get the final term underway. Scores level here. It's the Cobras hosting the Lakers, who just won't go away. There's Nick Rippon. Tries to break free out of the middle. Tackled by Nick Stilldryer. Turnover opportunity. German throws a torpedo forward. Jaden Owen dropped the mark. Fell into the hands of Griffiths. Tackled. Taken to the ground. Bit of pressure going up here. Lakers wanting a free kick. They'll get one.
Yep.
And they'll get out of trouble through O'Connell. Lachlan O'Connell with ball in hand. Can go short to Mason. On the defensive 50. Plays on. Onto the right boot. Goes to the other side. Centre wing. Players set themselves. Edwards was the target. He knocked the ball forward. Ends up in the hands of Laliba on half forward here for the Lakers. Right foot kick goes inside 50. Players set themselves.
That's
strong in front
kick.
there was Velden. Umpire didn't pay the free kick. He's preying against the boundary line. He's only one of a few that can actually score from there. Offhand through for a minor. And the Lakers are in front for the first time this afternoon. They're 6-13-49. BacchusMarsh 7-6-48. Been playing 1 minute final term. And it's just hard to convince the Cobras from where we are, Fred, just to how important today's game is.
Oh, massive, Todd. The whole 18 have to lift in this quarter because, this game is on the line. And, if they get beat today, their season is over, I think.
O'Connell tried to take on German, was tackled, taken to the ground. The umpire says, I'll have it. He'll ball it up half forward, Social Club side of the ground. In fact, right in front of the Social Club will be getting nice and cheery in this final term as Burton goes to ground.
This will be a goal.
Chance of Pring here across the body, high up and under kick. Let's keep an eye on Burton. LaFranchi leads into the race for the ball. Did well to trap it. Gave by hand to Hughes. Right foot kick was okay to Martin. He couldn't gather the footy, the youngster. Blake.
Good effort.
Saw the ball over the line for a boundary throw-in with the big fella there in Martin. There'll be a throw-in on half forward, outer side of the ground for the Lakers.
I reckon their midfield has sort of taken over the game. LakeWendouree, Todd.
I just think some of their players have got just a little bit more leg speed that makes the Cobras look a little bit uncomfortable as Edwards, the youngster, tries to break through, but Burton tackle he couldn't. But there's some cream to the top there. I speak of King. It'd be nice if he did that more often, but I don't speak of the kick that went on the full.
You give him a rap for 2 seconds and he's putting out in the full.
He's just very good when he breaks the line and kicks the ball long, but not onto the roof of a white sedan.
Jaden Owen, he's a player that's had a touch, isn't he, Todd?
Yeah.
He's in all sorts.
So there's the left foot. So they switch play, the Lakers. Kicks to Blake. Now watch him. He's a racehorse. He runs away from Dixon. Takes a bounce. Takes another. Now is forced to concede ground. Got time, though, to wheel back onto the right boot and find that man again off his motorcycle. The man from Chips. I speak of Senior Sergeant Buckwell as he goes to the outside of the ground with a right foot kick. Have a look at that. It's the best kick you've seen from a policeman in 100 years. And he finds that play there at Edwards on half forward. Out of side of the ground. Goes in front of the scoreboard. Burton was pushed. The umpire called play on. His second tap. And he went as far as the Lakers. And I speak of Laliba. He shot on goal. He's put it through. The Lakers extend to a 7-point advantage now. They're 7-13-55. They lead BacchusMarsh 7-6-48.
Getting numbers around the footy, Todd.
And I tell you what, ever since you've been here, Fridge, the Coppers have
don't blame
dropped
me.
off. So anyway, the youngster, the Bar Fridge, he kicked 11-4 in the interleague game against. Who were they playing?
Ballarat Bendigo League, I should say.
Oh, well, they'd be no slouches up there, so...
No. They, like I said, they very good delivery to him. They were exceptional, Todd.
There's the ball up. Burton just grabbed it out of the ruck. What we saw him do a lot in the first half. Gee, the pressure's gone up from the Lakers. The youngster there in Edwards taking Nick Stilldry to the ground. Used to be a different side with a bit of momentum. The Lakers, they're in front. They lead by 7. Let's see how the Cobras can respond. Burton with a clever thump to the voice of King. It sits for him. He turns back onto the right boot. Elliott leads him under the football and then thumps it over the line for a boundary throw-in. Good defence there by Elliott.
Yeah, just used his body to push Jake under the footy there, Todd.
Yep. 55 LakeWendouree. Lead BacchusMarsh 48. Near 5 minutes gone, final term.
20 scoring shots to 13.
Tap one by Martin. He knocks it to his feet. Oh, there's a free kick.
Didn't pay it. That was way too high.
Could have gone against the Cobras there, but the umpire said, no, I'll have it, and he'll ball it up. 5 minutes gone, final term. Lakers lead by 7. Loman, the recipient of that high tackle, but tap one by Martin. O'Connell was ridden into the ground. The umpire says, I'll have it. And there'll be a ball up 30 metres away from the Cobra goal. They'll be looking for a response sooner rather than later. There's Owen. He's kicked us high up and under. I speak of Jaden. Dispossessed there was the defence of the Lakers. And there'll be a shot on goal here. And it looks like it's going to go to Shea, who's never far away from laying a tackle.
No.
He just gets in and under all the time, and he's been rewarded for that pressure. And he has an opportunity to get the Cobras back within a point. So we've been playing near 6 minutes in this all-important round 8 fixture here at Mattingley Park. Shea leans back on the kick, just stabbed at it. Off to the left for a minor score.
Costly miss.
6-point ball game here. Shea missing from directly in front. A let off there for the Lakers. East Point 11-8-74 lead Darley 3-4-22. Melton have hit the front 6-6-42 lead North Ballarat 6-3-39.
It's a big effort.
Ball comes back into play here. And the kick goes along the line. Edwards the target. Cobras had 3 in the air. No one at ground level. Over the footy there is Laliba, who's covered a bit of ground this afternoon. He's been pretty good. And there'll be a ball up on half forward for the Cobras. Social Club side of the ground. They kick to the railway end of this final term. There's the ball up. Tap one by Burton. Knocked it to the attacking 50. Waiting under it was Rippon. He was dispossessed. Fell into the hands of Loman. It got it to Laliba to centre wing. Punch in the back from Bailey and was good. Hot footy at ground level. Picking it up there was German. He was tackled, taken to the ground. Here's Bartlett lending assistance with strength. Tackle barred up by Hepworth. Ball spilled free to Hughes. Right foot kick to a vacant centre half forward position. Schwarzenberger got a horrible bounce. It's the racehorse again. Look at Blake go. Ran his full measure. High right foot kick to an open forward line. Coxell and Belden. He'll get the lucky bounce. Belden goes with the punch to the safety of the boundary line and finds it. Over the line boundary throw in 30 metres around from the Lakers goal.
He's got some toe, that boy, Todd.
Yeah, Blake, yeah. He's another under 19 fella there wearing that number that...
Number 12?
Yeah, no, 42.
42, sorry.
Everyone's favourite. Darren Malane, boundary throw in. Tap one by Burton. Knocked it about 20 metres, as good as a kick really in the Schwarzenberg direction, but he couldn't gather before he was knocked over the boundary line with the ball. And there'll be a boundary throw in 65 metres around from the Lakers goal, outer side of the ground. The Cobras trailed by 6 points. 55 plays 49. Both sides average 68 points for. You think something similar today is going to happen. Umpires picked out a free kick.
Who to?
And it's going to go the way of Christopher. He can weigh up his options. And he elects to go short with the stab kick and foul.
No.
Finds Cox or laces out, if you don't mind. Who goes short and finds Mason on half forward. Plays on. Got the hand pass towards Blake, who was dispossessed. Let off here for the Cobras as the kick from Blundell comes out wide towards Martin.
No.
His kick was smothered. Good pressure there from Mackay. Second effort was okay from Martin. Got it towards Griffiths from 55. Close up against the boundary line. Set sail for the judge. Ball's bending back.
Goal
Totally.
of the day.
Billy Griffiths got it. And the Cobras have drawn back level with the Lakers here at Mattingley Park, 55 apiece.
Yes, fantastic goal. Hard up on the boundary, probably 45 out, Todd, and very, very good. And just what the Cobra faithful wanted.
Yeah, you only ever normally kick those goals at training.
Yeah, no, that was a terrific kick. Terrific kick. But why would Martin want to be playing on and chipping a kick that was 5 metres away to Kane Dixon? Why wouldn't you just handball over the top?
Yeah, there was a few like-minded, tired mind errors that going on there in the last couple of minutes there, Fritz, from both sides. But the Cobras were able to finish on the right end of it, but they wouldn't want to keep that up in future as German throws the ball hurriedly on the boot to half forward. Robertson the thump. Waiting at ground level was Shea. Inboard hand pass to the left hand was good to German. Another 8 or 9 metre kick. Only went as far as Buckwell. He plays on, kicks it to... Edwards got a favourable bounce and then gave the hand pass over towards Collins, who got it to O'Connell to half forward over the head of Simpson. Foot race on in Ernest Belden leads them to the race of the ball. He's tackled, taken to the ground. The ball still alive. Chance here for Hepworth on the left boot. Kick across the face and Rippon's got it. We mentioned that in the first quarter, Rippon and Ballion was going to be an interesting matchup. And Rippon will go back and have a shot on goal for a chance at his third of the afternoon. And he's third in the second half. So Rippon will go the invoked snap across the body and he's hit the post.
Could have put him down for a certain goal there, Todd.
Another let off there for the Cobras. But the Lakers are in front. 56 leads 55. So Blundell went to rip on early, Fridge, and then that team seems to have just disintegrated to nothing as Christopher brings the ball back into play with a combination of handball. Can they get out of trouble? They do, combined by foot by White. Parente was tackled before he had it. The umpire called play on, almost conceding that he saw that he didn't have it, but decided to wave the wings and let the play go as the ball found its way over the line for a boundary throw-in.
Bit risky. Handball out of the defensive 50.
Ball to come back into play. Burton at the back wins the tap. Reading it better there was Coxell behind Burton. Normally they just go straight into the breadbasket of Stool Dryer. But they've seen that one too many times this afternoon. Here's the ball up. Burton again. Ground level, Stool Dryer. Keeping his feet there was the LakeWendouree player. The ball goes set deep into attack. Here's a chance to Simpson. Hot on the pressure there was White, who kept his feet. And managed to see the ball before going to ground. Sorry there, Fritz.
He
just slipped at just when I'd finished speaking.
Feet.
Boundary throw-in to take place here. 15 metres around from the Lakers goal. There's the throw-in. Tap one by Burton. He knocks the ball towards the boundary. Parente gathers. Turns Timmy Collins inside out, but Collins was up to it. Just had enough pressure on the youngster Parente. Couldn't affect a handball, and it found its way over the line for a boundary throw-in. 50 metres around from the Lakers goal. Here's the throw-in, tap one by Burton again, went in the still dry direction. Neither side can gain any ascendancy out of the stoppage. And there'll be a ball up, this time 40 metres away from the Lakers goal. 12 and a half minutes gone, final term. It's LakeWendouree 56 who lead BacchusMarsh 55. They had identical match points going in for heading into the game. And I tell you what, there's only a point that separates them nearly 2 hours later. There's the ball up. Tap one by Edwards, the youngster on that occasion. Collins at the hand pass. Got it over to Rippon. What can he do here? He's got to try and get around 3 or 4. Close up against the boundary line. Cotton to the... It was Collins to the top of the square. Shark there by Simpson.
Well done.
Mason was dispossessed. Chance for White. Dixon's out here. He's got 10 yards on the closing Simpson, but he just threw the ball onto the boot. Foot race on in earnest to an open forward line. The bounce favours Jake Owen, who gave it to Griffiths. The last goal kicker puts the ball onto a right boot. Bibby's back in the goal square, and he'll save the day for the Lakers. So Bibby, he'll just take his time and get onto the preferred left. He's an excellent exponent of the drop punt as he just sits and waits there and uses up a few seconds on the clock and then goes along the line. Porter and O'Connell to contest. Porter read it beautifully at the back. One of 3 that'll miss next week. Of course, the Owen brothers, the other 2. There's the kick to Jake Owen, and the 2 combined. And Jake Owen will go back and have a shot on goal for his 4th and an opportunity to put BacchusMarsh back in front.
Nice kick. Very nice left foot kick. Put it right out in front of his eyes, Todd.
So Owen, he's kicked 3 this afternoon.
Pressure's on.
Always works hard. 14 minutes gone, final term.
There's a hush.
Yep, there's a hush as I look at the scores in other games. North Ballarat now lead Melton by 3 points.
What a game.
Owen leans back on the kick.
It's in.
It's straight over the goal umpire's head. I'll tell you what, inspirational goal from the captain. And a good entry kick there from the youngster Porter. And the Coppers are back in front. They lead by 5 points. Goals at a premium here at Manningley Park. 9-7, 61 lead LakeWendouree 7, 14-56.
Yes, certainly not out of it, LakeWendouree. This next centre contest will be vital here. If the Cobras can get it out of the middle and get a break and kick a goal, might put them at 11 points up, and if the other way around, we'll put the Wendouree boys a point up, Toddy.
Burton won the tap, went to ground, did Shea. Chance here for Buckwell to combine to Rippon. Right foot kick from the former North Melbourne VFL star. Got towards Simpson. Will it sit for him? Copper's in from everywhere. Good pressure, but somehow Simpson ended up with a footy. He's tackled, taken to the ground. And there'll be a ball up 55 metres out from the Lakers' goal.
Is Simpson a relation to the Simpson boys from, what's it called?
From the wall.
Springbank.
There's the ball up. Tap one by Burton. Free kick to BacchusMarsh, you'd think there. It's going to go to Shea.
The boy that played at Geelong and St Kilda, Todd. You look at me like I'm an idiot.
Right foot kick. No, I was just saying I can't help.
Well, they're from Springbank.
Right foot kick from Stilldryer. Inboard had to be good to Burton. His kick was spoiled there. Opportunity here for Pring, who got to 50 here. Pass over the top to Collins. Normally good for a goal a week. Set sail for the judge. And the Lakers are back in front. Well, just poor ball use there from the Cobras has just left the window slightly ajar. And the Lakers, on this occasion, made them pay dearly. They're back in front. They lead by a point.
Yes. Silly mistake, Todd.
All right, 9-7, 61 BacchusMarsh. Trail
I don't know why they
LakeWendouree 8, 14-62.
Why they want to muck around with handball and that. When you're in defensive 50, you just clear it, get it out.
Been a very even contest. Just the 17 goals kicked this afternoon, but that'll be just about even with the broader competition this afternoon as winter sets in. But it's been a terrific day here. Good track, fine day. Free kick coming out of this centre bounce. It's going to go to the Coppers. It's going to go to Shea. So what's he going to do? Right foot kick. Goes in the direction of Jaden Owen. It went over his head. Excellent tackle there on Gove there by Jake Owen. Spilled the ball free to the top of the attacking 50. And the umpire's going to come in and ball it up.
Right, Tom. Be careful. Don't give a free kick away, please.
Tap one by Burton towards Lohman. Spills free to the hands of Burton. Dispossessed. Shea got ball on boot. Hurried it forward. Owen deep forward. Has he got it? He has. Got it again, Jake Owen.
Body strength, Todd. Protected the space. Leaned back onto the defender and Fell in the hands of the Jake Owen.
Poor old Hillier. He does most things right. It's just a class act.
He didn't do anything wrong.
That's right.
It was just good body work. Stuck his big bum out. Well, we haven't got a big backside, but put his ass into him and said, get round this.
So he's going to take the Ripon lead and kick across the body.
And has he got it?
The Cobras are clapping.
Yes.
And it's a goal.
Captain's goal, 5 for the day for Jake Owen.
5 for Owen. And the Cobras are back in front here at Mattingley Park. They're 10-7-67. They lead LakeWendouree 8-14-62. Goal for goal here at Mattingley Park.
Yeah, goal for goal, Todd. It's hasn't been a bad game of footy here today, Todd.
We'll go round the grounds. East Point 12-10-82. Lead Darley 3-4-22. North Ballarat lead Melton by 3 points. Sebas lead Redan by 25. And Ballarat lead Melton South by 62. Looks like the Melton South boys missed the train to Ballarat again.
Yeah, no, poor Heath. He'll be looking for
Anthony Anastasio
and the defibrillator.
Who does he play for?
Nah, it's a machine that they put on their hearts when they get them going again.
Chance here for German out of the congestion. Left foot kick to half forward, leading the race for the ball is Jaden Owen. It's just been close, but this hasn't had much of an influence this afternoon. But he'll enjoy a week off next week, that's for sure. But he'll enjoy it even more with the Cobras win. They lead by 5 points. Buckwell's gone back into the back line. What are the Cobras going to do here? Loman's tackle, taken to the ground. The umpire's pinged him. It's going to be a free kick to the Cobras.
Tried to be too fancy.
And Billy Griffiths.
First option, Todd, always the winner.
Well, they had numbers over there, the Cobras, and did put the pressure on that effective disposal there from Loman as Griffiths' tumbling helicopter kick was cut off there by Buckwell. Oh, a little bit disappointed there with the entry.
The bloke in the rotunda nearly marked it, that one.
Buckwell, right foot kick. This is a dangerous kick if ever I've seen one. Burton just cruises in and reads it beautifully, takes it at the back, chips it in short. Owen, cut off. Terrific mark there by, could be Nick Ripon there. Just all courage there, getting in front of Owen's lead. And he goes lateral to O'Connell. Back pocket, right foot kick. Pring has to be good here. Good ball there by Porter. Fell into the hands of Robertson, though. Here's the racehorse in Blake. Can he keep it in? Oh, it's bouncing end on end. He got a terrible one at that when it broke free over the line for a boundary throw-in. Attacking side of centre wing for the Cobras, who lead by 5 points. We've been playing 20 and a half minutes.
It does take the game on Blake every time he gets it, Todd.
Yeah, good future for him and the Lakers. There's the throw-in. Landed on Mackay's head in the end and then went to Shea. Over the footy there is Ripon and the fellow number 3 there in German.
Good contest.
The umpire says, I'll have it. He'll ball it up on half forward. Good show of respect there from the 2 number 3s.
100%. Terrific.
Ball up. Chance here for Burton.
It's as good as a kick.
Was as good as a kick to Nick Stilldry. Didn't get a favourable bounce. Just clean bowled everybody in the end, really.
Good result.
Yeah, before the lever's knocked over the line for a boundary throw-in with ball in hand. 67 BacchusMarsh. LakeWendouree 62. 21 minutes gone, final term. Still anyone's game. Throw-in. Tap won by McKay only as far as Burton, who goes to ground. Chance here for Porter. Ball just shoveled out to Stilldry. Left foot kick now. This with the danger. Owen goes the fly. Couldn't take the mark. Reading it better at the back there was Bibby. And Bibby gets onto that preferred left and goes short. The kick's okay to O'Connell.
Found the loose here, Todd.
Runs beyond the defensive 50. It's a good chase there by Owen.
Good.
I speak of Jaden.
Well done.
Made the kick. Hurried kick by O'Connell was terrific though, but found Loman, who was in front of King. They just didn't press up there, the Cobras. They should have, because they had to retract there. But
they've got to roll back as well as the game's going the other way too, Todd. You know, they didn't do that.
Yeah, Mackay goes out wide. There's Loman again. Takes another overhead mark. He's a quality player, this bloke. Attacking side of centre wing, outer side of the ground for the Lakers. 22 and a half minutes gone, final term. BacchusMarsh lead by 5. Not a breath of wind to speak of. There's the kick inside 50. Rip on the fly. Couldn't take the mark. Collins' hand pass is intercepted there by Bartlett. Hurry kick out of the congestion was from Blundell. He managed to keep this in. How about the pick up though from Loman? Keeps the ball low into attack. Shark there by There might have been Coxell with the outside of the right boot, deep into attack, doing the mopping up there as the Frankie. And the hand pass was, well, to no one really in particular. Must have been blinded by the scoreboard there. I can't think of any other excuse for that. Over the line, boundary throwing.
BacchusMarsh Medical Centre.
Boundary throw-in, 40 metres out from the Lakers goal. There's the tap, won by Burton. It got to the defensive 50, but there's the kick inside. 50 for the Lakers. Now opportunity at ground level for Simpson. Got it over towards Pringle and sit for him. Parente just stole it back. Kept the ball alive. German fighting in hard. Ball spills free over the line for a boundary throw-in.
In a dangerous spot here, Todd.
Right in front of the scoreboard. 10-7-67 BacchusMarsh. LakeWendouree 8-14-62. 23 and a half minutes gone, final term. Lakers in attack. There's the throw-in. Burton just grabbed it out of the ruck. But the lights are on here at Mattingley Park. God help us.
Oh, well done.
Owen just threw his fist at the ball, managed to get some contact, socketed to the advantage of his brother Jake. Will it sit for him? Foot race on in earnest here. The Lakers go to ground. They want deliberate, does Jake, when the umpire says no. There'll be a boundary throw-in on half forward here.
They rarely paid in this competition, Todd.
For the Cobras. Throw-in to take place. And they move the ball that quick from out of defence to half forward that on the rare occasion the boundary umpire was found
Wanting,
that is correct. Throw in. Chance here for Martin, who won that tap.
smother.
German's kick was smothered, then his wild hand pass out of the congestion, only went as far as Buckwell. He got it to rip on, back to Buckwell.
Push up, guys.
Hand pass over towards Mason from the defensive 50. Tumbling kick. Didn't travel that far. O'Connell had to be good in the middle of the ground. 4 minutes remain, final term here. Stoppage imminent. You'd think the umpire will blow the whistle and pull it up. Attacking side of the middle of the ground here at Mattingley Park. Lights on, 24 and a half minutes gone, 4 minutes left. The Cobras lead by 5.
Not a good sign when they put the lights on here, Todd.
There's the tap one by Burton. Hughes' tap was equally as important. He got it to King. Left foot kicked the vacant space. Bounces favourably for Jaden Owen. He took it cleanly. Now he weighs up the options. High kick. Goes looking for brother Jake. Couldn't take the mark. Had 2 to beat. Doing the sharking there was Mason, who got it to Robinson, who gave it to Pring, who ran from half back into the middle of the ground. Collins takes the mark out in front of LaFranchi. This will test to be survival of the fittest here as Collins weighs up the options. Has to go back to Robinson. And the play's just slowed up here. Oh, pushing forward there. Good play there was by Gove. Right foot kick out to the pocket. And there's an ice mark taken out here. Out wide there by Lohman. Important kick this one. Set sail. He's 2.5 kicks away from goal. BacchusMarsh fly for the ball and they got people at ground level. There could be a free kick here. The umpire said no. There'll be a ball up. Stoppage. 15 to 20 metres out from the Cobra goal.
3 minutes and 8 to go, Toddy.
3:08 to go, 25 minutes 44 gone. There's the ball up, tap one by Burton. He went boundary side. Lakers have got the numbers here. Laliba, can he keep it in? He can. The Cobra players just stopped. Laliba threw it onto the boot. Cobras have got numbers, you guessed it. And Burton on the last line will get the Cobras out of trouble. When games get down to margins like 5 points, it's people like Burton that are the difference in the game. As Bartlett goes to the outer side of the ground. No. Under it was White, couldn't take the mark. Simpson's a quality player. He runs to 40. There's the squaring kick. How about that? Ball falls free. Going to socket. There was Rippon. Pring out of the congestion. Shot on goal. And he's missed to the left. Can you believe it?
What about the effort by LaFranchi, Todd?
Yeah, terrific.
Unbelievable. Lucky not to get the free kick.
Well, there were players.
There was bodies everywhere, like World War III.
Yeah, that's right. It was commitment shown by all forwards and defenders. We're going to tick over 2 minutes remaining in this final term here in Apple 98.5 FM's match of the round. The Cobras 64 lead the Lakers 63. And it's the Lakers in attack, but a kick in out of defence to come from Christopher.
Play on, son.
They've had all the players over this side of the ground. Just about all of them. 36 people on half back here. Chance here for Bartlett. Tries to juggle the mark. And German finally grabs the footy and...
Stalemate.
Tackled, yeah. Umpire says, I'll have it, I'll pull it up. 60 metres out from the Lakers goal.
I'll be looking for a boundary or another stoppage here, Todd.
Burton won that tap as far as Schwarzenberg. Nick still dry close up against the boundary line as he kept that in. It's going to be close.
Oh, shit. Well done.
Touched.
On the line.
Yeah, very close up against the fence there, those two players with momentum going into the fence. But good to see both players okay. Throw in to take place here. And the Cobras hang on. They lead by 4 points. Near 28 minutes gone. 2 minutes left. Tap one by Martin. Kind of. Here's a chance of Ripon. Got the hand pass over towards Loader. Hurried left foot. Kick goes forward. The lever's been good. Crashed in towards Shea. Hot footy here. Ball at ground level. There's going to be another stoppage. Ball up true centre wing. Right in front of us here. Right in front of the Social Club. Time off. And back on. Says the umpire. There's the ball up. Tap one by Edwards. Crashing through there was Lelever. Got it towards Hepworth. They want to be quick here. Free kick to Lohman. Hepworth was trying to get the advantage. So there's the Lohman kick. Inside 50. Collins is the target. He sets himself. He couldn't take the mark. There's Cobras everywhere, but somehow Collins ended up with the footy. And it's taken to the ground. There'll be a stoppage 45 metres away from the Lakers' goal.
Look at that.
Near 29 minutes gone, final term.
The faithful have got the rosary beads out and all.
There's Burton again. Had it stolen off his foot by Ripon.
How much? 55 seconds.
55 seconds to go. You'd think only the Lakers can score from here. Chance here for Schwarzenberg. He goes to ground. Collins close up against the boundary line. Can't keep it in. And there'll be a throw in. 50 metres around from the Lakers goal. Adjacent to the BacchusMarsh coaches box here. They kick to the scoreboard end of this final term, the Lakers. And they trail by 4 points. There's the throw in. Burton wanted a free kick. Chance here for the Lakers in Mason. Had it stolen and pickpocketed by White. Oh, he's been pinged for holding the ball here. Mason didn't want to be quick, though. Time's running out for the Lakers. What's he going to do? He wheels onto the right boot. Into attack they go. Fly was Bibby. Couldn't take the mark. Ball at ground level. Chance here for Coxall. Throws it over the top. Running onto it. Left foot snap to the top of goal. What have we got going on here? Burn to save the day. Left foot kick. Clearing kick. Goes searching for the boundary line. Porter's going to get it. And the Cobras are going to win. They get the ball to the outer side, centre wing.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Siren imminent.
1. Bingo.
As soon as they ball it up here, the Cobras are going to win. They're going to keep their final 6 aspirations alive and stay ahead of the ledger. That's the way you want to see it done on Apple 98.5 FM's match of the round. It's the Cobras who prevail in an absolute beauty. 10-7-67, the Cobras have defeated LakeWendouree 8-15-63. I said 68 points would be enough today. I was a point shy.